Namaste. It's Lori O'Doherty here with Woburn Yoga and Wellness and One World of Yoga. A little bit about me, because some of you haven't met me before or taken my yoga class on One World of Yoga. My name is Lori O'Doherty, and I live in Massachusetts right now and grew up here in Woburn, Massachusetts. I came to yoga when I was traveling abroad in year 2000. I was studying in Australia and took a yoga class, and honestly the first time I took yoga it was like, this is not for me. I don't understand how these people are so calm, how they're able to do these challenging asanas and keep a straight face. It totally bewildered me. I went late, I stayed for a short time, and I left early. And a little bit about my background is that when I was younger I had suffered from some trauma, some child abuse trauma, and at that point in my life I wasn't dealing with it, so couldn't actually sit still in stillness. Had a lot of angst, a lot of pain inside my body, and due to that circumstance I also was suffering from scoliosis, so curvature of the spine. And normally when there's a curvature of the spine, of the lower spine, it also ripples up into the neck, so having curvature in my lower spine and in my neck. And so I suffered a lot of back pain and really took yoga full on about a year later in 2000, maybe 2 years later, about 2002, and really took it on as a practice and practiced it pretty regularly, 3 to 5 times a week, and then every day. And what I've gotten from yoga is I don't live in pain anymore daily. My focus when I practice yoga on a regular basis is sharp. I'm so much more kinder to people. I have a great relationship with my mom and my sisters and my father and my child, and I know if I did not have the practice of yoga, that wouldn't be there. I would always be blaming them for who they were and how they need to take care of their health and well-being, or whatever the situation was. And you know, I'm also an entrepreneur now, and I wouldn't have had that if I didn't have this practice to come back to myself and to get centered and to get clear about what that is. So this video is designed for you who are interested in yoga and want to know, well, what can I get from yoga? I'm new to yoga. What would be the purpose of me doing this? So Will and I have created a video for you on the 7 benefits of yoga. So greatest practices. What are 7 things that you'll get just from practicing yoga? Number 1 is physical health. So you'll get strength, you'll get flexibility. So this can be, you know, support your physical alignment, can support your pain in the body, flexibility to help balance. If you've already have a physical practice, you already have a workout practice, you'll gain flexibility in areas like the shoulders, the hips, the back, areas that are hard to get a good stretch from. The second benefit of yoga is relaxation. So being able to relax tension in the body. Like, we have it there and then we think, oh, I'm just stuck with this pain in my back. I'm stuck with this pain in my neck. No, you're not. You don't have to be stuck with that. Through yoga practice, through the sequences, you can actually learn to relax that and be done with it forever. Sounds great, right? The third one is life balance. So being able to become an expert in multitasking. We all multitask. We're all on the phone and driving, or I mean, if that's legal in your state, we're all, you know, writing down things while we're on the phone. We're having conversations and on the computer. You know, we're all doing more than one thing. You know, nowadays we're just, the level of speed is kind of increased, and our capacity to be able to do that has increased. But a lot of us, some people get stressed out by that, or, you know, they don't know how to do it with balance, with ease, with grace. So through the practice of yoga, you learn that on a physical level, and that ripples into the rest of your life. So really great practice. So life balance is number 3. Number 4 is better relationships. So you learn to make better choices, and that ripples into your better relationships. So people tend to choose people that are bad for them, that are toxic, and that just kind of like, you know, they're just meeting on that level where they're toxic, and then they find someone that meets and connects with them on that toxic level. So through the practice of yoga, you become more connected to yourself in a way that you make better choices. You choose better partners, you choose better friends, you choose better food. So you're not choosing, instead of like, you know, the double mac and cheese, you choose maybe like a buffalo burger from Whole Foods. I don't know. Something like that is just a little bit healthier for you, maybe less chemicals, things like that. So you become more conscious of things like that through the practice of yoga. Number 5 is better focus. So you become more present, like instead of dwelling in the past, oh I should have done this, oh I regret doing that, or being in the future, like oh I can't wait, and like just living out of your head for like, oh this is the life I have, this is the life I want, thinking you already have it. It's like a delusion, and we can get stuck in that because we're being fed all this information about, you know, go this way, go that way, go this way, and we fantasize and we get stuck in the future, and we're not actually in reality and being present to what's actually going on, what the bank account actually says, you know, how people are reacting, who we are being. So presence, so you get presence through yoga, better focus at work, at home, and in your relationships. Number 6 is a connected feeling, feeling more connected to yourself, more fulfilled, more satisfied with your day, instead of being like you're just looking for the next day and looking for the next day and then getting depleted and needing a vacation. You're fulfilled every day. You're fulfilled by having this sense of accomplishment, having this sense of fulfillment in your relationships, having that peace, that less tension. It becomes, when all those things are gone, you're simply just happy. You're left empty, left with a to-do list, and basically leaning and living into the things that you are creating. The other piece about that is that emptiness, even though you are empty, it's like you feel full. So it's not living with that sense of like empty relationships, you know, like always feeling alone. So that just kind of goes away because you'll just start to connect with people in a more enriched way, and that's really fulfilling and worth it. Number 7 is non-reactiveness. So you become a peaceful warrior. And that's one of the 7th benefit of yoga. You learn how to be with any communication. Someone says something to you, and instead of reacting to what they say and blaming them or making them wrong or judging them or accusing them, you instead can be with what someone says and then choose how you want to respond to what someone says to you. Very powerful. This is great for those of you who keep getting into those headbutts with your boss or your relationships, or your parents. So really great practice. And the 7th is non-reactiveness, way of the peaceful warrior. So these are the 7 benefits of practicing yoga. I'll go through them one more time. So the first one is physical health, strength and flexibility. Number 2 is relaxation, having that peace, less tension in the body. Number 3, life balance. 4, better relationships, better choices. Number 5, better focus, presence. 6, connected feeling. 7, non-reactiveness. So thank you so much for joining us today to listen to the 7 benefits of yoga. Namaste.